Grab your boards. Welcome all surfers to Wavvy's Atlantic Ocean. Surf, 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 baby. You wanna surf on the title, Wavy? Yeah. Twerk, baby. For certain, she moving so perfect. Surf, baby. You wanna surf on the title, Wavy? Twerk, baby. I'm loving the way that you surf it.
All my niggas, they gangbang, and all these niggas do the same thing. Counting money, living insane. Steady mobbing, let my flag hang. Told them I'm ready. I'm throwing them monster like Randy. I know that these niggas can't stand me, but the automatic come in handy.
Yo, you already know it's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me in this Wavy's world. Salute to all the surfers for pulling up. You already know it's another Surfing Nation situation. You feel me? Alright, we about to hit that wave cave. Yo, you already know we in that good old wave cave. Salute to all of you, the surfers, for pulling up. We about to get right into it. Alright, we about to go over this new footage or new video that Wack100 dropped on the 100 show. And during that live stream, he dropped some audio of a recorded phone call that he had with Bimmy, because you know the whole thing with Supreme exposing Bimmy as a CI on that The Supreme True documentary is been sparking things up. And you know the way I do it, if I cover one side, I gotta cover the other side, you know what I'm saying? So this right here, it's going it's set up like a reaction style video, but I'm really doing it like this to try to avoid the 100 show hitting me with any type of penalty, because I have been hit with a penalty before using like the 100 shows content. All right, and sometimes I don't, so it's real finicky the way the YouTube situation works. So I'm gonna play this for real for the most part. If I do stop it, maybe like once or twice or something like that, let me just keep it at a minimum and just let it rock out for real. So if you sitting here watching this joint, know what I mean, you not at work or something, you feel me, go ahead, roll up, pour you a drink or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna sit and watch this together, you feel me? And if you at work or you driving, whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying, just go ahead, pop that good old audio in, you know what I mean? We about to chill for a little minute. So this clip is like a 25-minute clip, all right? So that's why I'm gonna try to minimize it when it comes to minimize the stopping. I mean, just not to make it too long, you feel me? So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this show on the road. We're gonna see what Bimmy got to say for herself on his phone call with Wack100, all right? So with no more waiting, no more delaying. Know what I mean? Let's go.
And it was this and it was that, and you proved all that to be BS, and it wasn't tied and associated with you now. Yo, Bimmy. Yo, so what? Listen, we look like we back at the. I ain't gonna say we back in the fire, because it ain't never been fire, because it ain't no truth to what's been going on, because ain't none of us seen any documentation. You know, our last trip around with this shit, it was the affidavit with the attorneys, and it was this and it was that, and you proved all that to be BS, and it wasn't tied and associated with you. Now, I guess this Supreme Truth is coming out, some type of documentary, and there's promo clips floating around of Supreme himself, right, out his mouth, right, saying that this agent was crooked and that the Bimmy was a CI in this situation. Now, when I'm reading the paperwork, I don't see your name, and we're going to go over that myself later on. But there's a description of something in there that says, while conducting whatever type of drug business or whatever, it was 4 people or whatever, I guess, in the room. One of the people left. That person contacted the whoever his handler was as a CI, told them that they were doing whatever drug activity, and there was a couple people tied up, allegedly, I guess, in the spot. That detective then said, well, we got to move on that now. This CI says, if you move on it now, they're going to know it's me. They say, I guess it's people in jeopardy. We got to move on it now. Supreme is saying the person that left that location was you. Mm-hmm. This is why he's calling you what he's calling you. So do you recall this incident? Was you there? Was you around? Or what? Let me tell you something. I recall one incident, right? That we was in a house in 223 in Linden Boulevard, right? It was about 10 of us, not 4, 10. Okay. The other house had 4 people, right? That another dude, my man Don Lou got raised in. They had 4 people. I'm in the house. I'm trying to go to the mall with one of the individuals. He said, nah. Prince said, nah, you stay here. You got to watch them. He told me I got to stay there and watch them bag up. As he told me. I stayed there. I sat on the floor with my shirt open. I got on the phone with a girl. And I'm talking to her. Next thing she said, my little man, Judge, he runs across me. Right? He runs across me. I'm like, yo, man, stop running in the house. You see what the fuck's going on? What they doing? He said, the police outside. I go to the window. I see all the cars. I run to the back. Me, Demo, Brad. It was a couple of us. Them niggas home. They'll tell you. Same story. I give them the phone. They home. We all ran to the back. So my man looked at the back window because we were out the window. And I said, yo, jump. He said, no, nigga, you jump. So I look out the window to jump. I see the police flashlight and his gun up. I said, yeah, jump. I said, oh, shit. Next thing you know, they kicked in the door. Boom. They came in. My man in the closet hiding. They hit him with the gun. Boom. Took him in the closet. Had me on the bed. Me and the other nigga on the bed. Handcuffed us. Started bringing us out. When they brought us out, I see Supreme on the floor. And I said, damn, we all going to jail. We had girls in there and all that. Chicks home and all that. They told the same story I'm telling you. We all leave. We all go to jail, right? Now, mind you, we in the bullpen. Preem said, play adults. Because I was the youngest one, so I was too young. So he said, yo, play adults. Right? I wasn't going to C-74, but being I ain't going to 74, I went to C-95, right? With the guys. I put them on the phone right now, and they say the same thing. We were on the bullpen, boom. They sent me the 2-top. Me and my man, Born and Bing, they sent me the 2-top. I was up there, boom. Next day, we all got bailed out. You know what I mean? So what does play adults mean? Play adults? I don't know what that means. You just said Preem told y'all to... Oh, play adults. He said, because give me the wrong age. I'm telling him I'm older, so we all can stay together. Got you. So you said it was another time or another house where 4 people went to jail. What was you involved in that? Was you at that house? No, well, not that. We was like, that's like across town. I like 2 miles from where we was at. You know, they raided the houses spontaneously. They raided the houses together. Oh, so both those homes got raided at the same time? The same time. So the other house had four people in it. Our house had like 13. Like we had a bunch of niggas in there and girls. We was working. So was there any talks of who left, of anybody left leaving the other house with 4 people? Even though y'all got busted in the other house? No, I don't remember about that house. I never knew nothing about nothing over there. You know what I mean? My man, he was telling me about it. He said, Bim, they didn't find nothing in the house. That's how all of them got off. All the whole house, the 4 people, they got off because they had nothing in there. The house we was in, they had some in it. So did anybody end up doing any time for the house y'all was in? Only Preem and Bing. Only 2 people. The rest, all of us, they let us go because they switched the case to Manhattan. They let all of us go. Not let us go, but they gave us probation. Is this the 84, 85 case? Yes. So this is the 84, 85 case. So all y'all, yes. So when he got cuffed up, you got cuffed up? Yes. And go ahead. He watched him watch me out. I watched him lay on the floor. You know what I'm saying? We all went to Central Park together. You wasn't away from the location when the raid happened, none of that? Nah, I was in the bullpen with him. Okay, another question for you. Because I just I know when people take their tongue and use it as a sword. I've had it happen to me. And out of curiosity, okay, he's been in jail. Since he's been in jail this time around, you've had some success in the music industry. Your nephew done got big in the music industry. You had a TV program you did that we all watched, a TV series. And I know how people in prison look at these things and go to thinking like, okay, this dude is on. You know, people hear about you traveling. They see you on social media. You on the Rolls Royce. You doing your thing. Was there any type of obligation that you were committed to with Supreme while he was locked up that you maybe started and then stopped, or you never started? I'm trying to figure out what could have triggered him to come out 40 years later. My problem with this is he did time on the 85 case and came home, correct? He came home and did a violation. He came home and did a 3. He came home and did a 10, and he came home and did a 2-year violation. He came home and violated and went back. Okay, so here's the thing. Back in those days, bodies was dropping. There was enough tolerance for a lot of things. It wasn't a lot of cameras around. It wasn't a lot of things that go on today. And my psyche is saying, okay, in 85, you got caught up. This paperwork was out that gave a description of this individual. You came home. You came home. You was on the streets. Bimmy was on the streets. You started doing the business with Murder Inc. and doing little film things, whatever you was doing. Why was it, or was it Bimmy, and I just missed it, any mention that Bimmy James Antney was a CI or an informant coming from Supreme's mouth back in those days? Was there ever any mention of this? No, not at all. In 85, you're Wack, I was in high school. I just got out of high school. Okay, so Supreme, I don't know how. Supreme comes home in the 90s, early 90s, 93, 94, 95. Okay. Yeah, now me and Just Control. Me and Just in Control. Yeah. Okay, so you and Just is in control while he's doing time, operating under the Supreme Team banner, right? Yeah, I'm going to visit him, all that. Visit him, bringing him stuff, doing all type of stuff. Me, for years. I'm doing that. Okay. So when did he go to jail on his last indictment? Like 25 years ago, the Murder Inc. thing. Murder Inc. thing. So let's say 2000 or whatever, 99, whatever. So 85 to 95. Supreme's doing this time. You and Just are in control in the streets. You guys operating up on the Supreme Team banner, and y'all doing whatever y'all doing. Your communication with him. Not 95. Not Wack. Not 95. I stopped hustling in 92. Okay. I wasn't hustling. When did he come home? He came home in, I think, 92. 92 or 90. No, my number 93. Was it like 90, 91, something like that. 90, 91, 92. Issues with you and Supreme when he came home off this bid that he called 85 that he's saying you were CI on? Was it any issue? None. It was no issue. None. I had no issue with him. So then 8 years go by and he's doing his thing, whatever, in and out, whatever he's doing. No issues. And then now, 25 years into the bid, this is the first time you're hearing on social media out of Supreme's mouth that you are a CI, or did you hear this prior to? No. This is the first time I heard it from his mouth. First time. Got you. So was there any obligations you was asked to fulfill since he's been in there this last 25? I was asked, he was telling niggas, Bimmy, give me no money since I've been here. Like, he was telling niggas that I ain't giving him a paper since he's been in jail. He's been locked up. Okay, is there any truth to that? Yeah, there's truth to that. No, I haven't. Okay. Because I'm feeling like this. I didn't hustle too in 40 years, right? You said, whatever, 35. I ain't been in the street in 35. I'm an older man now, bro. I was 19, 20. Nigga. So your hustle with him stopped in 92? Yeah. No, way before then. Well, I wasn't hustling with him. When he went in 85, you and Just, y'all had the streets, right? So how we had the streets. How much longer did y'all run? To 90, from 85 to 88, 89? Yeah, I know I had to stop hustling. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop hustling because I started doing music at the time. I stopped, not professionally, but I started just left the streets. Like, I ain't fucking with shit. I was leaving it alone. You know what I'm saying? So I started really doing music for real, professionally. And then when I got on... You're saying you ain't had no business dealings with him for 35 years? Yeah. Okay. Longer than that. So when he reached out to you, and where at in this joke, this last 25 years, did he reach out to you? When he first went to jail, well, Irv them had him then, right? Yeah, Irv them had him. So when did he reach out? In the last 10 years, maybe? Or when did he reach out to you? Nah, he never reached out to me. He never reached out to me. He just simply said what you wasn't doing. What I wasn't doing. So he felt like he was supposed to kind of, and I'm going to say it, I don't know how much older he is than you, but it seems to me like in the early 80s or whatever, you was moving with him, he was kind of the leader and y'all was following behind him. But since then, you transitioned to who you transitioned to, and you felt like him saying what he's saying was kind of little boy you. Like, you know what you're supposed to do, but yet you ain't been part of his organization for 35 years. That's a fact. So these things that's coming out of his mouth, you feel is just an attack to slander your name because you didn't do what he felt you were supposed to do. That's a fact. That's a fact. Got you. So right now, I seen you put up a post and you wish him the best of luck with this project, right? And I'm still sensing that you still, for some reason, have some kind of sense of loyalty to this individual because I know when somebody's been around, it's always things to talk about, always things the person knows. Whether it's about a female, whether you see something happen that didn't nobody else seen happen, somebody might have took something, might have owed something, and the same energy wasn't put out towards that individual as it was towards others. But you don't seem to even be motivated to do a back and forth with him. Is it out of fear? Is it out of respect? Or is it out of it's not out of fear, right? And it's definitely out of respect because I know the type of time what his mind state is where he at. And I know the other individuals that plays a part in this that make him.
I'm gonna say something real quick. Listen, any nigga that's out here calling me a rat, all that respect for you, if I know I'm not a rat, all that respect for you is out the window. I don't care about none of that. You bugging, nigga. I'm a super duper violate you on the set, nigga. You bugging. I don't want to hear none of that respect, none of that so-called love you got for me. All that is marked out. Once you do that, how can you look at it any other way? That's just me. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all think.
Yo, bro, you need money. You need to get money to the top. What we gonna do? We'll grab Bimmy, put his name in it, say this or that, and we can get him. I already know the love he has for me. My man talks to him all the time. Tell me, you know what I'm saying? So I know the love he got for me. I know the love I got for him. I know the type of time we on right now. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I gotta call a spade a spade. Mm-hmm. I think you thought what kind of love he had for you because what just came out of that man's mouth is something you say about an op. You don't say that about family. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You get what I'm saying? I think at this point in time, you got to start keeping it real with yourself and who you are and who they are and how they see you and who you not to them. I don't. Yeah. That man came out his mouth and said, Bimmy is a CI and been a rat for 40 years. Mm-hmm. You cannot say, regardless of who you talking to and what they telling you, I don't think you heard about a Supreme mouth that he had love for you. Or you just hearing it second and third hand, bro. Yeah. Let me tell you something, right? I've been with Supreme probably 4 or 5 years, bro. That's it. Through my life. I hustled 4 or 5 years. I didn't been around like I was on 4 or 5 years. Come out of high school. My first case I ever had was a fight in the school. I put this nigga in the hospital. Right? Preem, my man Dalu, my mom and my sister came to the precinct, came and got me. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting in high school and I put the nigga in the hospital. Right? And I got out. I was like, yo, I'm out. My man like, yo, be quiet, nigga. You ain't do no time. That was that. Right? That's the only case I had around this man until we all got caught together. And then we got caught together. The case is open. You can see it. I got youth offended. Youth offended in New York is you give it a year probation. They made me wash fucking church cars for damn near 6 months. I'm washing cars. This wasn't the 85. This is what they gave you for the 85. For the 85 case. So you was a minor. Yeah, I was a minor. I was youth offended. They gave me youth offended. Why else? They didn't put none of the drugs, the guns, or whatever they may have found in that residence on you. No, it was too many of us. They didn't want me. It was the older guys. They had records. They've been up north. They've been upstate. They've been in jail. I never had a record. I've never been arrested before. That's my first arrest. Okay, so I remember you telling me, I could be wrong with the numbers. You did like a 2 to life or 2 to 5. No, 3 to life. 3 to life bid. What year was that? And what? That was 90. That was in 92. 92, and I was a direct sale to to an agent. This dude set me up with this chick. I went in our house. I did the sale. They said they need work. I came to work. I went to the projects, got to work, gave them the work. Hold it, you hold that. We go back to the crib. They got it open. They said, how can we get more? So they busted the shit down. They busted over in front of me. I'm like, nah, these niggas ain't right. So I said, yo, go through him. The nigga that originally called me. So I said, I left that alone. You know what I mean? So okay, that was that Supreme teamwork or you was operating on your own? No, I was working on my own. Got Preem been gone. I've been working on my own. But I thought Preem came home in 91, 92. No. No, he didn't. He was still locked up. Matter of fact, Preem was still locked up. I mean, I'm just trying to get the timetable right because I hear he called 10 years in 85, so I'm thinking... He's still locked up. I was locked up. He didn't come home till about 8, 9 years. Yeah, no, he was locked up when I was inside. I remember that because it was so happening. He called this 3 to life. Supreme was still doing the bid from the 85 case. Nah, he been home from that. He did the bid from that. But when I got in, he was outside. He came out.
I'm gonna keep it real. Bimmy is not. He's sounding like he's having a hard time getting his years together. Mind you, this was a long time ago. Granted, he's an older dude. He had many life experience since being in the music industry and everything. So I'm going to give him that. But boy, in a case like this, you can't be. You already know, niggas is looking with laser eyes. Like we niggas is watching, waiting to. You know what I'm saying? So it would behoove you to not do that if you could.
When I was inside. Okay, so what I'm saying is when you caught that 3 to life, was Supreme on the streets or was he still in prison? He was still in prison. So you caught your time, and while you doing your time, he comes home. Yes. Okay, yes. So when you came home, was he still on the street? Yes, he was still on the street. Did you guys have any interaction, or you went your way? No, let me explain something to you. Right? I'm gonna tell you a story. Right? I'm in jail. There's this chick named Lillian, right? I was fucking with her. She was my collect call. I call her. She would make all my calls for me to collect to the people. I call her. She would call other people for me, right? Whatever I talk to on the phone, girls, whatever. She goes out to the Mountain Proper one night. She sees Supreme outside, right? Supreme see her. He don't know her. She don't know him. He goes to do BJ and say, who that girl right there? He said, oh, that's Bimmy bitch, like that. Supreme being who he is, he goes to her. Right? He said, what's your name? He said, he told her name, whatever. She said, you fucking Bimmy? Like that. And she said, who ain't fucking Bimmy? Right? So he liked that about her. Then, next thing, week later, I call her phone. She gets on the phone quiet. I'm like, yo, why you so fucking quiet? What's up? She starts crying. Supreme. I said, Supreme, what's up? What happened? What's going on? She said, no, you, him, I don't know what to do. Do what? I said, hold on, man. He come to your crib? He said, yeah. I said, yo, when he coming back? He said, today. I said, I'm going to call you back. And I said, make sure you're there. Boom. He gets on the phone with me. Yo, what's up, nigga? I said, what's up? I said, oh, Preem, I'm going to fucking this bitch. I don't stop my calls. Right? Then he said, yo, I'm going to take care of the bill. I'll pay the bill. I'll take care of it. Just like that, man. So he was she was kind of, you felt like, she felt like Supreme wanted to shut down her talking to you. Yeah. While you was in the jack. And so so you talked to him while you was in there. When you paroled, he on the street, you on the street. Did y'all interact? Yes, we did. Was it business or was it just... No business. I didn't know. I never did business no more with him. There was no business. None. So y'all didn't hang out together. It's just when we hung out. We hung before. We hung out. Then we I just stopped. I just stopped coming around and stopped fucking around. I just chilled. I just like trying to get my life together. Okay, so when he caught that case with Irv now, that case, right? Yeah. How many years had it been since you had already went your way and everybody was doing their own thing? Shit, like 25. 25? Not could have. Well, it could have been that long because he caught his case, what, early 2000s? No, he got his case 2000. 2000, like I said, like okay, you 25 years. What? You came home in 95, right? Yeah. I started working at Def Jam in 97.
See what I mean? You see, like he like when from the last time you was working with him to the time you caught his case, the Murder Inc. situation, how many years? This nigga Bimmy said like 25. Like that's why Wack even like like wait, hold up, bro. You see what I'm saying though? Come on, y'all gotta see what I'm saying. Like I'm not condemning him. You feel me? Because black and white, we got that, of course. But I mean, if we doing like a trial thing, which I think the jury is going to be leaning more towards, you know what I mean, guilty or innocent. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so it probably was only about 3 years. Yeah, about 3 years. I started Def Jam. I got a tattoo on my arm. I started Def Jam in '97. So when you started at Def Jam and Supreme was trying to make his move into doing movies and fuck around with music, he didn't attempt to contact you to try to see what you had going on to plug it? No, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. Got it. So you was never mentioned or named in anything that had anything to do with his current case right now? No, I don't know why. No, what I'm establishing is, so the timeline says this. In 1985, Supreme, it was a raid. 2 different locations. You went to jail with Supreme for one location. The other location, 4 people went to jail. They didn't find nothing. They let all them go. Right? Yeah. I'm guesstimating you start dealing with Supreme, what, 82, 83, 84? No, 84. Ended like middle 84. 84. So you was dealing with 84. Supreme a little over a year. You got busted. You a minor. Supreme got sentenced to the 10 years. They give you some probation or whatever you got to do, whatever you had to do as a minor. You do it. Supreme comes home 90. Well, before Supreme comes home, you catch a direct sale, 3 to life. While you're doing the 3 to life, Supreme comes home. He's on the street. You both end up having dealings with the same female who was your little 3-way collect, call, connect. Mm-hmm. Supreme finds out, questions her, makes her feel a little uncomfortable. You call back, spoke to him, told him you don't care what he do with the broad, just don't kill your 3-way connect. He didn't kill that. You end up coming home. When you come home, y'all both on the street. Y'all hang out time to time. No business dealings, no street activity. You get the job at Def Jam 97 sometime. Preem's doing whatever he's doing, whether he catch a violation, whether he's on the street. You have no dealings with what he's doing. 2000, whatever the case may be, or could be a year or 2 off. He catches the case with Murder Inc. You're not named in the case. You had nothing to do with it. You and Preem wasn't doing no business, although you were in the Def Jam building. He was trying to conduct music and movie business. He never reached your way. And since then, you've been doing what you've been doing, and he's been doing time. And now all of a sudden, 40 years later from the date, he's naming you to be a CI, but nothing in the documentation supports that. That's the gist of this, right? Yes. All right, cool. You said it. Well, listen, Bimmy, I will tell you this. I read the paperwork. I don't see your name in the paperwork. I'm a little kind of confused on why it would take 40 years. I thought if he was going to deal with you about this, even if he wanted to wait because y'all was so close or maybe knew your family, I think he would have dealt with this when he came home after you. When you came home after doing the light bid, right? He would have said something, dealt with it or whatever. Back in those days, people was dropping like flies for various reasons. Again, he's been in there, let's say, roughly 25 years on this joke, and we're just hearing about it. It's not like he was keeping this information because he had a board hearing, because right now he's still in there, and if he was going to get out, he would still have the same hearing, so we can eliminate that. So once again, I think it's the power using the tongue as a sword. I've been in this situation. Big U did it to me on his turn in, said Wack100 is the reason why I'm going. And then when his indictment paperwork come out, is everything in there but Wack100, right? But the people, because of the popularity vote, will listen to these things. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It could be legal ramifications behind this, especially if it's coming out in some type of documentary, because it's slander, and people could really get their money out of this. So people got to watch certain things they do and say. But we're going to conclude it here. I felt like it wasn't no need to bring you on personally, because I already ran through the paperwork, but it's definitely a need to address it. So what I'm going to do today on my 100 show channel is I'm going to go through the paperwork, read the paperwork, and then I'm going to let the people hear Bimmy speak. And then from there, whatever the naysayers want to do with it, they do with it. At the end of the day, if we going by the rules of the streets, it says we have to be able to read it and identify who they talking about. So at this point, right. In your words, where is the work? If you could say something right now in the state that they have your name, if you could say something to Preem. If you was on the phone right now with Preem, what would you say to him? Why would you do that? Like, I'm from your school. Why would you do that? Like, why would you, I ain't gonna say waste all his time, because all of it is bullshit. Why would you do that to me and listen to these niggas out in the streets to make you say some shit against me that you know it ain't true? Why would you do that? You know what I mean? It don't add up. Bro, I got arrested with you. I didn't go nowhere. I'm with you in the pen. I can't make that up. I'm in the pen with you. You told me to play adults. I was too young. You said you would play adults. They didn't want me to go to adolescence by myself because they said niggas wild. Don't let them go to by yourself. You're too young. You never been to jail. Yo, play adults. Come with us. They wanted to be able to watch it. Yeah. Gotcha. All right, well, look, we're going to conclude it at that, bro. It don't get more powerful than that, but, you know, end of the day, this James, Bimmy, Antney, everybody know who he is. You keep your head up, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
So there y'all have it, right? Ain't really too much for me to say, you know what I mean? I want that joint to marinate, you feel me? Y'all hit the comment section if you don't mind all that. Speak your opinion. But real quick, I'm going to say, the last part, Bimmy, made sure he re-added, you know what I'm saying? I guess to help his defense against the whole him being a confidential informant allegation. And he was saying, hey man, like, how could you do that? You know, I was in there with you. I got locked up with you. I played adults, you know what I'm saying? Which is the common thing that them dudes in New York do, you know what I mean? They play the adults, you know what I mean? Dudes play adolescents, all that type of thing, just so you could get housed in certain spots. So he added all of that, but that don't matter, because just because you get arrested with dudes and you in there with them, they don't know what you going to do by the time you leave. You know what I'm saying? Especially the case still open. You feel me? Like, you go home or bail out, whatever the case may be, you could still end up cooperating in some type of way. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So I don't know why he added that part at the end, me personally. But and Wack did make a good point too when he was bringing up the whole thing with how big you was saying Wack100 and 600 had something to do with him basically getting when his house had got raided and everything, leading up to him getting arrested for that RICO. You know what I mean? Well, he ended up turning himself in. You know what I'm saying? But that turned out to not be true. And I do know 600. I didn't cover it, but I know of it happened that 600. I mean that apparently Big U cleared 600 and Wack's name and everything too, saying like their name wasn't on the paperwork. But I remember it was a lot of people running with it. But if you notice, I didn't even like too much cover that, because I just had a feeling like, nah, Big U just saying that out of emotion. You feel me? I had a strong feeling, and apparently I was right. Know what I mean? But so that could possibly be the case, because from what Bimmy's saying, he feel like Supreme may be in his feelings because he wasn't sending him anything, sending him no bread. You feel me? So I can understand where that may be the case, because at the end of the day, it is just another man saying that another man is this, without us knowing with black and white. Nah, maybe just gotta keep it real. So it could be that. Could be somebody in their feelings, know what I mean? But the fact that another zip with the drip, know what I mean? He's just another man too, saying that, alleging that a Supreme team member told him the same thing before the documentary even dropped, saying that Bimmy been working for like 40 years. Know what I'm saying? So that could be a false thing. Is all alleged. We gotta remember this. Anything that's not showing black and white, you know what I mean, or you hearing this person say it for themselves, is all alleged. You know what I mean? You like, whoever want to just jump right off the cliff when it comes to certain things because it's for your narrative, be my guest. But me personally, I don't just be hanging people just to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't give it up like that. So that could be the case. But I'm gonna tell you right now though, the way Bimmy been carrying this whole situation, I'm not saying you gotta entertain it, know what I mean? But it's one of them things that if you should have just stayed quiet about it and didn't even pay it no mind and deal with it on the back end, you feel me? Or if you're gonna say something, you need to be like more convincing at freaking least. You know what I'm saying? Because this might just be his personality. I don't know him personally, so I don't know this how his conversation be and everything like that, but he don't be sounding convincing to me. You know what I mean? Like, and then his reasons, like, Wack, like, yo, why you ain't saying that? You scared or something? You feel me? He like, nah, I ain't scared. No, that just, no, he like, you scared something? Or is it like a respect thing? He like, it's a respect thing, basically. Bimmy. He like, it's a respect thing. What? You bugging. That should have been out the window. You feel me? Like, what? That's not even a thought. Son said, what? I'm on his heels. You feel me? If it ain't true, now, if there's some truth to it, I can see where you might not want to say something, but them text messages, them phone calls coming through, you feel me? Like, damn, I gotta have some reaction now, because now the people that can actually affect me directly by hitting me, my personal circle, is like, you feel me? Raggy? Scooby? For real though, like, so that shit, it ain't looking too good. His years is twisted. Like, he can't get it together. Now, Wack, the way he summarized it, you could tell Son's over there. He got the pad, jotting real quick. Okay, you said this. Oh, I said that. Okay, you feel me? Put that thing together. You feel me? Like, because the way he ran it back was like, all right. Now I'm saying, even though I was following freaking long, and like him even stumbling on the years, I'm still calculating, I'm putting it together inside my head. But then Wack just summarized it. You feel me? Like, okay, and I just went with the summary and listened. Like, okay, he was going the same way I'm going with. All right, because it was almost getting a little confusing. It probably could be me. Y'all already saw it to a certain point. I started hitting the uproar. You feel me? So you know when that happened, I was saying like, it's all a mystery. So anyway, that's that though, man. That's that. So I mean, what y'all think? I'm sure there's gonna be some more to come from this. You know what I mean? And right now, this thing got it buzzing. All the New York podcast niggas, they all on it. You feel me? Guess what? Me from Jersey, I'm up early. You feel me? Like, I'm in here too. Know what I'm saying? Tag me in. You feel me? Yeah, so hey, that's that. All right. But with that being said, man, you already know it's 8. Hold up, my bad. And I'm keeping this, and this is a blooper. You feel me? Because I'm fried. You know what I'm saying? So I began a little goofy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you already know it's ATM Wavvy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me in this Wavvy's world. Salute to all the surfers for pulling up. You know I appreciate every single time. And of course, I appreciate y'all hit that like, know what I mean? Hit that comment and hit that sub. Holla at the blood. Join the Surfer Nation. We always waiting. And of course, hit that notification bell. So when I drop something, it's going to yell. Wait, make sure you hype this joint. You know what I'm saying? Send this to the stars and beyond. You feel me? I appreciate it. But of course, this last but not least, always look both ways before you cross that street, because you might get hit.
But if the boy tall slick, I'ma blaze some.